Coming up next, a movie I love so much. It's so rewatchable. If I was stuck on a desert island for the rest of my life and can only bring 3 movies, this would be number 1. All Guts So Gory presents the 1990 comedy horror movie classic, Tremors.
That is high praise, my friend.
Super high praise.
They're coming!
The good old days of good old monster movies are back. Tremors.
It was funny. It's humongous, slimy, full of goo.
That's scary!
Yeah, we'll take your word for it.
The scariest monster movie since Aliens, says sneak previews.
Bloodthirsty, that creature.
Action-packed.
It's a wild film.
And Time magazine raves Tremors is bound to become a classic.
Yeah!
Tremors, rated PG-13, starts tomorrow at theaters everywhere.
The mad and macabre.
Oh, what monster could have done this?
I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Before dawn, make your choice. Wake up, little girl.
Playtime's over.
You don't know what death is.
Sliced and diced.
All Guts So Gory presents Tremors. Charlie, joined as always by my podcast cohorts, Mike and Justin.
What's up, Charlie?
Hey, guys.
Good pick today.
So 3 movies I bring to the desert island. You want to know what the other 2 are?
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right.
Tremors 2?
No, never.
3?
Never. No
4.
more Tremors movies.
Okay.
The heartwarming romantic comedy, My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
That is a pretty horrifying movie.
The last one, the adult masterpiece, Sack Lunch.
Caligula? Oh.
I thought you were going to
Sack
say
lunch.
pieces when you said masterpiece.
What is Sack Lunch?
The adult film masterpiece, Sack Lunch. Think about it. Let's move on.
It's also a fake title from a Seinfeld episode. Are the people really small or is the bag really big?
All right. So the movie, Tremors, 1990, starring Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward, and a cast of people that you've seen in other stuff. So the concept of the movie was originally the guy, what's his name? S.S. Wilson, was serving as an editor at a base for the United States Navy as a filmmaker. I'm not sure they were making movies or what kind of movies they were making in the Navy in the 80s. Probably for a different podcast would be my guess. So he's out hiking somewhere in California on a Navy base, and he's on these boulders, and it just comes to him. He's like, what if I couldn't get off these boulders? What if there was some kind of monster or something keeping me up here?
I mean, that's good.
Right? So that's just some organic idea he came up with. And he's a filmmaker, so I guess he has, some contacts. So he sat on this idea for a while. He gets into the real movie industry, not the Navy movie making industry. And,
Also adult films.
Also adult films, right?
In the Navy.
All male cast.
So he wrote with his buddy, Brent Maddock, Short Circuit.
Yeah.
It was an
1
okay
and
movie
2.
from the 80s,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's one of my childhood
Oh,
faves.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look later, we're probably going to go through some of the works and stuff, but like, it's my 80s. Yeah, it's my childhood, like Mike was saying.
For sure. So he starts shopping this movie around. They were originally calling it Land Shark, calling the monsters Land Sharks, but of course, that's an SNL skit, so they had to drop that.
Yep.
So the title for the movie that they originally landed on was
Dirt Snakes?
Beneath Dirt Snakes. Honking out dirt snakes is Beneath Perfection.
I read another one too. Dead Silence was another one they were producing this under.
That turned into something else later.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So they get backing for the movie. They make this movie, and then of course there's the Tremors franchise. I mean, there's just Tremors 2 Aftershocks, Tremors 3, Tremors 4, Tremors 5, Tremors. They didn't call it
The TV
6.
series.
Cold Day in Hell, and then the final one that I did see, where I don't want to ruin it for you. I'm not going to tell you who dies in that one. Tremors Shrieker Island in 2020 was the last one.
Shocker Island?
Shrieker. Sack Lunch Island? Okay, so taglines. What do you think?
Did you see this one in the theaters?
No, because I joined the Air Force in 1990, and it came out in January, so I was getting ready for that. I was working all the time, just doing crazy shit before I had to go into the Air Force. So I did not see it in the theaters.
Siring children.
Siren children. Exactly.
So I too didn't see this in the theaters. I was, I guess, 9 at the time, and I don't know if it was a super wide release, and I might have been overseas at the time too. But it was a movie. I was telling Charlie before we started that I haven't seen it probably in 15, 20 years or so, but it was on heavy rotation as a VHS in our house.
Yeah. This is one that I feel like was on TBS, TNT a lot on like Saturday afternoons.
Right.
Definitely was on the cable networks, you know, just kind of running. Didn't have to be spooky season, didn't have to be October or Halloween time, but this one was just running the gamut on the cable networks. Being PG-13, it was good because they didn't have to edit a whole lot. It's not like, I think there's 1 or 2 F-bombs you get with the PG-13.
Well, there's a
so
story behind that, yeah.
This was going to be R-rated, and they took some F-bombs out to get the PG-13. So you get Mother Humper and some lines like that. Instead
Oh,
of
you're just stealing my
motherfucker.
script from me.
Sorry.
There was like
right.
32 F-bombs that they had to...
32?
32.
If that's the only reason it's rated R, then I mean, I'm all right for chopping that to get a wider release, but it doesn't appear to have worked for that good of a theater run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
it's like
I mean,
in go ahead, sorry, Mike.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, like in Get Shorty, they're talking about when he's making movies. It's like, you know, you can't get you get an R rating if you say the F word more than once. You know what I got to say about that? Fuck that.
Yeah.
So that was their one time.
That was their one time they got a PG-13.
Yeah, so I just remember seeing this growing up just on TV, making the rounds a lot. Probably saw bits and pieces of this movie in
That was
parts
the last
before
podcast we did pieces.
Exactly. But probably before I watched this thing all the way through one day, I'd seen bits and pieces on TV before, sometime as a teenager, watching this all the way through.
Yeah, it's for me. It's a movie where, you know, imagine you younger folks out there about not having streaming and not always wanting to get up and put a DVD or a Blu-ray in. You have HBO, Showtime, whatever. You can catch it in the middle of the movie.
There's 9 movies a day.
Right.
Take them or leave them.
Yeah. If you miss the first 10 minutes, you just watch the last part of the movie. And this is one of those movies I could pick up any point in the movie and
can
just
record it off
watch
TV,
the
I
rest
guess,
of
right?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a favorite of my mom's. I think she had this one, Beastmaster, the Star Trek movies, and Beetlejuice, like on just rotation. So we had our own little TV programming, I guess.
I probably watch this movie all the way through at least twice a year.
It's a fun one. It's so easy to sit down and watch this one. It's just a fun movie. It's like 96 minutes. It's not hard to get through. It's a buddy movie. It's funny. It's, you know, it's intense. It's exciting. It's just a good time.
Yep.
It's an easy watch.
Easy watch. Yeah, so they get the movie script written. They bring in Ron Underwood to help them out, getting it shopped around. He's going to be the director. He also has like a writing credit, which he probably just polished the script a little bit. I think he had a little bit more experience. So Ron Underwood, director/writer, I didn't know who he was. I don't really, care who he is, but he's got a lot of writing credits, a lot of TV stuff. Fear of the Walking Dead, Tales of the Walking Dead, Nashville, Grey's Anatomy, Burn Notice, wrote a Desperate Housewives episode, Monk.
City
Slickers, Mighty Joe Young. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Writer or director?
I think he was director for City Slickers and Mighty Joe Young. And then gets a credit, the based on characters created by on all the Tremors movies, right?
I feel like if you were in the 90s and you saw this movie, Tremors and City Slickers, you were probably buying some big stock in Ron Underwood as a director and doing some big things. And then, especially because of City Slickers, Jack Palance wins a supporting actor Academy Award for that. Mighty Joe Young was nominated for, I think, visual effects for that movie. So he's directing big names, they're winning awards, and then I think career suicide happens. He does The Adventures of Pluto Nash. And if you check out his IMDb after he does that in the early 2000s, it's all TV after that.
TV episodes.
He wrote that one?
Directed.
Okay, so... Yeah, Hollywood has a has a pretty good short-term memory when it comes to like if you flop that big. I think Pluto Nash was a real big flop, right?
That was a bad idea.
Nobody likes that movie.
Yeah.
Because that was, I don't hate that movie actually.
Was that Eddie?
But Eddie Murphy, you can't
Jay
direct Eddie Murphy when he was at the height of his fame. He'll just do whatever he wants to do. So I put all of that on
This
Eddie
is when
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy was doing kid stuff. This is like 2003, I think that came out.
I put
so
this
he's
all
past
on
his
him.
Dr. Dolittle portion. He's doing
Yeah.
like Haunted Mansion and shit like that.
Right.
And then another guy, we talked about the writer S.S. Wilson. I mean, we talked about Short Circuit. He also did Batteries Not Included.
Right.
Ghost Dad. Like, I know Bill
That was a
Cosby
shit movie,
sucks
yeah.
now. But, dude, Ghost Dad, I rented the shit out of Ghost Dad when I was 9, 10.
He did Wild Wild
You're-
West
You're a
too.
big
And
fan
that
of Bill
was
Cosby.
career suicide for Wilson, was Wild Wild
Yeah.
West. He did that. And then
Him
it
and
was-
Braddock
and
or
then it
Maddock.
was- yeah, and that was all over for him for movies, too.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, no, not a big fan of Bill Cosby anymore, Justin.
Well, not his works, but
Stop. No, I mean, yeah, before all that nasty shit went down about him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's amazing. He's a
He was
legend.
American royalty.
Right. He could do no wrong until Ghost Dad.
Until he did. He did a shitload of wrong.
But I feel like that's the same thing with Pluto Nash. You can't direct Bill Cosby. He's fucking Bill Cosby. At that time, he could do whatever he wanted to do. So I'm sure he was adding stupid shit in
And
there.
he thought he
that
could do
thought
whatever
was
he wanted to do,
funny. Yeah.
that spot.
In other arenas.
Right.
Yeah. Pass.
All right. Now let's.
How about the producer, real quick? Galen
Yeah.
Hurd, ex-wife of James Cameron.
Which
Produced The Terminator, Aliens, The Abyss, the T2, Dante's Peak, Armageddon, Hulk, The Punisher, and everything that has to do with The Walking Dead.
I feel like Linda Hamilton probably broke
Another
them
ex-wife
up.
of
Yeah,
James
probably
Cameron.
broke them up during Terminator.
And then Catherine Bigelow, who's a huge director right now with The Hurt Locker, and then A House Full of Dynamite just came out. She's a huge director, also ex-wife of James Cameron. James Cameron been married like 5 times, right?
talented people that he likes to marry.
Maybe he's just got talented seed.
He's got that golden.
Cut that
golden
part.
touch.
Cut that part. I went too far.
But yeah, I mean, just all around. We'll get to the cast too, but just incredible talent doing this movie.
Yeah, it's like the
it's not
stars
surprising
aligned.
it's so good. Yeah.
They just all came together and knocked it
It
out
doesn't
of the park.
surprise me they went to do City Slickers next because it feels in the same like joke book, right?
Yeah,
Kind
kind
of.
of, yeah.
When you're watching this and it starts and the music score kicks in, you're in a buddy comedy.
Right.
City Slickers like for buddy comedy. you know?
Right. Okay, so cast. I mean, Kevin Bacon. What more do I have to say? Right? Kevin plays Valentine or Val McKee. Kevin Bacon, I mean, he got his own game, his own cult viral game, right. 6 Degrees to Kevin Bacon. He's been in so many good things with so many good actors that, I mean, he's still killing it since the 80s.
Yeah.
First movie I saw of his was, no, I can't even think of it. The one where he's dancing when the note Footloose, right. I saw that in the theater when I was like a sophomore, maybe it was a summer between my sophomore and junior year. And then, I mean, he's really good. And he can play anything.
Yeah.
He's played the bad guy, the good guy, the comedy, the sidekick.
Do we have a
love interest?
Favorite Kevin Bacon role?
Tremors.
a few good men. So good.
A few good men's good, but like
so good.
He's kind of.
He
like
also gets dunked on a shitload by Tom Cruise in that movie, but he's just really good in that movie.
Yeah.
Footloose. I mean, he did some rage dancing that was pretty good in that one.
Yeah, I mean.
What about like modern? Well, I say modern, even though it was like 25 years ago, but like Stir of Echoes and Hollow Man and like
Wild Things.
Oh, Sleepers, just a bunch of just
Sleepers. He's the top of the bill above Robert De Niro, Brad Pitt, Dustin Hoffman. Kevin Bacon's on the first name on that bill.
He's your favorite character in that one too?
No. Why are you trying to get me in trouble all the time?
Always.
Justin?
So then we got Fred Ward.
Hold on. Don't sleep.
Okay. Kevin Bacon. Let's stay on Kevin Bacon.
We got to keep it horror related, right? Friday the 13th, the OG.
Oh yeah,
He's
right.
Jack. Probably the best kill in that movie.
Animal House.
Oh, by far.
Animal House was his very first role.
He's got
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
111 acting credits on IMDb. That's what I just saw. Like,
yeah, he was going to hang it up after this movie because he did this movie because he married Kira Sedgwick. They had a baby on the way.
He needed money,
and he was like, "I don't know what I'm doing. I need money." And he thought he was getting shit roles, and he couldn't believe he's about to do a movie where he's getting chased by dirt snakes, by dirt worms, by whatever. He's like, I can't believe I'm about to do this fucking shitty movie, and kind of hated the fact that he did it for a while. And then in retrospect, he was like, this is the most fun I had on a movie shoot ever. And after this one, he lands JFK. He lands A Few Good Men. What else did he land after that? The Air Up There he leads, The River Wild with Meryl Streep, Apollo 13, Sleepers, Wild Things, etc. Mystic River, Frost Nixon. Like, he's just knocking them out of the park after he does this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Enough said. Is that enough said,
fan.
Mike?
Sure.
Okay, so then we got Fred Ward.
Wait, one more thing. No.
As Earl Bassett.
No relation.
So he did this movie, but he's been in a lot of good stuff. He was in Tremors 2, unfortunately. I didn't hate that movie, but, you know, it's a sequel. The Right Stuff, where he plays early age astronaut. Chain Reaction, he was the dad in Joe's Dirt. Cast a Deadly Spell, which was an HBO movie, which is really good. I don't know if you guys ever seen that one.
Nope.
Cast a Deadly Spell, yeah.
No, tell me about it.
Okay, so he plays this detective in the
Just kidding. You
40s.
always tell me about it.
H.P. Lovecraft. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Passed away in 2022, unfortunately.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. But yeah, he's been in a lot of good stuff. I like him. I like the way I liked his movie Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins. I'm sure you guys haven't seen that one.
I haven't. Was that in black and white?
No.
Okay.
Not black and white. Okay, so then we move on to Finn Carter, Rhonda LeBeck. Not a great story. I couldn't find anything for her after 2005.
Same.
TV stuff.
She did small parts in TV stuff afterwards. She started on a soap opera As the World Turns, where she was on like 100 and something episodes, but that was only like 3 years in soap opera time.
Right.
And then pops up in the news 2019, arrested in Las Vegas in a stolen car with stolen credit cards and debit cards.
Oh, snap.
She was
Right.
probably evading graboids.
Probably. That would be my guess. But
right.
so I didn't get any more info on like she do time or anything like that. That was kind of depressing. But then I saw this thing on Reddit where she was at, so they have, what is it called? Tremor Fest that they started in 23. In 2024, she was at the second one and she took a picture with the guy, Michael Gross.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So cleaned up. I mean,
Probably the only thing she's
that
hanging on
sucks
to
so
now.
bad. You know, she's not the typical, Hollywood actor, female actor. They, style over substance seems to be, unless you're Meryl Streep and you have both.
Yeah.
I don't think she had a good time in Hollywood after this movie, and it showed later in life, and she just went through a hard time, but came out of it.
Yeah. Do you want to keep the depression going and talk about
No.
Victor Wong? Who's Walter Chang?
Dude,
Let's-
Victor Wong
let's-
also appeared in some good movies.
Yes, he did. Let's do Michael Gross first.
Okay.
You mean Stephen Keaton?
Stephen
When
Keaton.
I saw him, I was like, that's Stephen Keaton. That's not Michael Gross.
He was in
Yeah.
all of the
By that
Tremors
name.
movies.
Every
As
single
bad
one.
as they got.
Low key, my favorite character.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Mid-key, maybe. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw him in this movie, I was like, oh. There he is. Stephen
There he
Keaton.
is.
Yeah. When Family Ties wrapped, they started filming this the next day.
Nice.
So he rolled right out of that into this.
Completely different role too, right?
Oh,
so
completely.
he was the
Yeah.
the easy-handed father,
Right now, he's
Yeah.
a prepper
Doomsday.
waiting for the end of
with
the
5 years
days.
of food.
5 years of food, water filtration system, Geiger counter.
8 years on Family Ties, though, and no vacation. Just wrap that. I'm into this. All right.
And then, he did
time
the
off.
Tremors movies, but I think that was kind of his
That was it, though.
career downfall.
That's probably retirement stuff, though.
when he
You
signed
think
on for the remake,
sure.
or not the remake, the sequel, Tremors 2.
He's probably getting them residuals from Family Ties for a minute, though.
That T-Mobile money. You ever see that? Never mind. Okay, Reba McEntire as Heather Gummer, Bert's wife, level-headed one in the Reba McEntire,
Levelish,
big
yeah.
country music star.
Oh, royalty, right?
She had her own sitcom for a few years. I mean,
Little Rascals.
She's got to be like one of the highest selling country artists of all time, right?
I mean, she's got to be up
like
there. Right?
Garth Brooks and her, and
Probably.
like Dolly Parton, like those three.
Yeah.
Alan Jackson, Johnny Cash, probably those five. I don't know.
You get beyond that, I don't know who you're talking about. But yeah, not much to say in Reba.
Not a lot. I mean, we were here for
Fans-
horror movies, and
I mean,
you know, she's a superstar.
I read that Ron Underwood did not like it that singers were getting into movies. Like, well, just because you can sing doesn't mean you can act, kind of thing.
Right.
But was blown away by her audition that he just had to cast her in it. So he was proven wrong by Reba McEntire.
It was Fancy's one chance, and she didn't let us down.
All right, settle down over there.
You've been waiting that whole 20 minutes.
He had that one in his back
whole
pocket.
life for that.
Both back pockets. Bobby Jacoby? Melvin?
He didn't
Melvin
even
Plug?
show up on my list.
The little
here.
turd in the movie.
Yeah, Melvin.
Oh yeah, what was,
He came back for Tremors 3, the Return to Paradise or
wasn't he a shitty
Perfection.
brother in something?
If you name an 80s sitcom, he was
He was
in
on.
it.
Okay,
Right.
Like
He
for an
was in
episode
Wonder
here or
Years
there.
maybe was he on
Yeah,
that
I
shit?
think so. And then, I mean, there was a couple things he did later, but he's always like homeboy number 2 and Can't Hardly Wait or something. Like, he's
He
guy
was-
in the corner in something.
He was in another horror movie that is going to make this cast is
Today?
Night of the Demons 2. It was really good. Really gory type of Italian-esque.
Oh, Argento-esque.
Argento-esque demon possession type of movie. It was really good. Knots Landing, I guess, is where you got to start. Big start. I mean, 30 episodes, so that was a season and a half, couple seasons maybe. Worst parents ever in a movie. Where the fuck was his parents? You know where they were? Originally in the script, they were
Vegas,
going to be
baby,
in
Vegas.
Vegas gambling.
That's awesome.
Just left him home alone.
So
Well, if somebody fucks with him, there's 13 people they can be like, who did it? Because this town will...
We know it was one of
there's
you.
Yeah, 13's
Actually,
busy.
not even 13.
Yeah, I
You
don't-
count
I
the
was
two
about
of
to
them.
say, I was
So
like-
10 of them. There's like... At one point, because the population is 14, because it says on the sign, I was counting them. I'm like, I only count like 11 people, and it's Melvin's parents. Or like the ones that aren't there.
Yep.
Those actual, you can count them as you see them.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Charlotte Stewart, Nancy Sterngood, the single mom who does a lot of pottery. She was in Eraserhead, your favorite.
Yeah.
She
Mary
went
X.
back to perfection in Tremors 3. She was in lots of TV, Twin Peaks movie, and she was the teacher on Little House on the Prairie.
That's where I recognize her from.
Yep.
Is her shitty haircut in this movie because they don't have a salon in this town?
Probably.
Is that what we're supposed to believe?
Self-inflicted.
Maybe. She was cutting her own.
Now, my wife cuts her own hair, but she does a good job with it. She's got a little tool that helps her out. But
not what you
this
told us.
This looks like it was done with
trying to get in trouble.
like hedge trimmers or
Yeah.
something.
Right. Like she's got one bad eye, and she did it in a
There's
small
obviously
mirror.
no salon in this town, but like Kevin Bacon's hair is pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, Bixby's 38 miles away, guys. Come on. Ariana Richards, Mindy Sterngood, the kid. You got to have a
that's
kid in a
what-
horror
This
movie.
was probably the
Expert.
last one that needed much talking about.
Tremors 3, she came back to perfection. Lost World Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, yeah.
And where I first remember seeing her, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Was she in that?
Yeah,
Okay.
she was the Black Panther militant dude's kid, the guy who married the white blonde woman, had 2 blonde kids, and they were doing that book report on Abraham Lincoln. This poor white trash was shot in the head by another piece of poor white trash.
What year was that? I'm going to get you, sucker. Do you
88, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from 88, she landed that. She had Tremors in 90. She had Jurassic Park in 93. 89 Prancer, maybe? That says Prancer. That's what research came up.
Sure.
Never saw it. I don't
Go
think.
with it. Don't really care.
I've seen Dancer, Vixen, and the other ones, but,
Richard Marcus as Nestor Cunningham, another guy who did lots of TV. His scene with the enthusiastic hat waving, I thought was very off-putting. Is probably the one thing I would have reshot in this movie. But who knows? Maybe they did, and then they just couldn't get a good shot out of him. And
hey.
so that's Nestor. Victor Wong. All right, what you got, Mike?
So tragic death by Victor Wong. He plays Walter Chang, the market owner in Tremors.
Yeah,
he's also in Big Trouble in Little
He was
China.
eaten by a
Prince of
graboid, right? That was how he died,
Darkness.
right?
No, well,
He was
I'm
the
talking about
professor
Melvin.
in Prince of Darkness, which will probably also
Yeah,
get done
so
here.
John Carpenter, right? Two things, right?
The Golden Child.
So yeah, he's in poor health as it was. He suffered 2 strokes in his life, so it's kind of, if you see his face is kind of droopy. That's why.
Yeah.
But after 9/11 happened, he had 2 sons living in New York City, so was having trouble getting in touch with his sons and was depriving himself of sleep, being glued to the TV, watching what was happening. End up passing away of heart failure after staying awake for 2 straight days on September 12th.
Yeah, I lied. I wasn't
2001.
ready. I wasn't
didn't
ready
see
for
that.
that story. Thanks.
I saw he died in 2001, but I
Thanks
didn't.
for bumming me out.
Yeah, well,
sucks.
don't you want to take that joke back now?
Yeah. Sorry.
Jokey McJokerson.
Okay, so we got BB Besh as Megan Wallace, Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan, Steel Magnolias, ton of TV. Passed away in 96.
Not much to say on her, right?
Her husband in the movie, Conrad Bachman, the doctor, tons of TV. He was also in The Astronaut's Wife and Outbreak. I don't remember
Love
the
Outbreak.
characters that he played. Sunshine Parker, great name. Edgar Deems, the old guy in Roundhouse that rented out that Roundhouse. I'll roundhouse you.
I mean,
Roadhouse.
there's a Roadhouse in the movie.
He was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He died in 99. Michael Dan Wagner is old Fred. Tons of TV. Died in 93.
Is that the guy in the utility line? Who's old Fred?
No, old Fred was the farmer with the sheep.
Oh gosh, you went deep in your.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just kept looking and I kept finding interesting stuff
I don't
about
even know
these
if Mike
guys.
counted him as in the 14.
John Goodwin is Howard, one of the repair guys on the road.
Okay.
He did a lot of makeup art. He
Glad
did
we're
it-
not doing Titanic. Right?
Men in Black, The Thing, Spaceballs, Critters, Legend.
Those are
Violin player number 3 was
And then the next great cast members, last 2 are Perfection, Nevada itself, which is a cool little town. And then that 1963 Jeep Gladiator thrift side.
Okay.
That was a baller truck.
I like the Jimmy that the 2 had too, though. That black Jimmy that.
that is Michael Gross's actual own Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, are we done with the cast?
How'd the movie do?
All right. So Tremors opened January 19th, 1990 in like 1,500 theaters. It did pretty good. It went up against Born on the 4th of July, Tango and Cash, War of the Roses, Internal Affairs. The first weekend it made like 3.7 million. I think the budget was 6. I saw another number that said it was 11. I don't know where that was, but I saw 6 in several spots. And made about 16 million at the theater, but where it really took off was when they started showing it on TV, when it came out on VHS, DVD, instant cult classic. I mean, I couldn't find a number, but it made more money post theater than it ever did in the theater.
I mean, yeah, it says modest success. I found 10 to 11 million was the budget numbers that I saw.
I saw that too, but okay.
But it could have been 6, you know.
Could have been 6. I saw 6 several places, so I went with 6. 6, 7. Filming was in 89, about 50 days, Lone Pine, California, Darwin, California, and then the set was just built for the movie itself.
Yeah, they only had to put up like 4 buildings, I think.
Darwin, California is an actual town that is like this, where I think like 30 people live, and it's about 40 miles away from any kind of civilization, like a gas station or a store or anything. So they're like way off the grid. There's been documentaries about it and whatnot.
Okay. So a ton of sequels. Already went over all of that. One thing that I found is that in Tremors 2, it mentioned that Val and Rhonda got married and left and went off and had a great life. They have a kid. They have a kid, Valerie, who comes back in the 6th movie.
Is that Bloodline?
She's a
I saw one
predator.
called Bloodline.
She's a predator, graboid hunter. Get my movies mixed up.
Gonna get on a list.
And then there was a TV series, lasted 1 season. They tried to shop it around after that, but nobody wanted, so it died.
Well, that's a fun little fact. How do you feel about that when like they make a sequel without one of the stars in it, like Speed 2, for example? They have to reference, where's Keanu, right?
Right. They can't just leave that hanging out there.
So we had to know.
Pretty bad when they do.
Right. It's never a good sign. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 88%. Metacritic 65. I think Justin told me IMDb 7.2. I'd give it an 8.2 if it was me.
Yeah.
Roger Ebert liked it enough to recommend it, just barely. Entertainment Weekly gave it a B+. I mean, it got mixed reviews. Washington Post, a delightful throwback. Yeah. New York Times, clearly more fun to make than it was for us to watch.
Ooh, terrible take.
Variety gave it a C-. Yeah. Gene Siskel did not give it a good review when it came out, but later he said that he wants to take that back. He liked it and rewatched it, and it's a movie that it grew on him and was worth watching a second time.
I really appreciate when people can be like, hey, you know what? On second thought, I might have been wrong. There's in internet culture and people on message boards and shit, nobody ever takes shit back. They just dig their heels in. I'm right, you're wrong. Go fuck yourself.
But this is the second movie.
Good on him and being like, hey, you know what? I take that back. I like this. Sorry, guys.
It was almost his thing because he hated Slapshot when it came out, the hockey comedy classic. Yeah. And I watched a show where he's like, I will take that back. This movie is great. It's funny.
You don't
I
want to
love
be a flip-flopper and always do it, you know?
No, you don't want it to be your thing.
But I watched, like, Super Troopers took me, like, twice to watch or whatever before I was like, yeah, I like this. You know, it's good.
I was like that with Anchorman.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. I can't believe it either. I didn't like it the first time I watched
his
it.
Voice, you know? Like,
for me, it was Napoleon Dynamite. The first time I watched that, I was just like, what the hell is going on here?
This is stupid as hell.
And then the second time I watched it, I was just cracking up laughing every 5 seconds.
Yep. Pretty rare movie to do that.
That's another cast we need to do. Which ones we had to watch twice to appreciate.
Yeah. Like, maybe I just didn't know what I was going into, I guess.
Maybe. I can't think of anything right now that I had to watch again to like
prep for
movies. Awards. It got nominations, Best Science Fiction Film. Or nominated by the Academy of Fantasy and Horror Films. No Saturn. Best Supporting Actress, Finn Carter, and Reba McEntire were both nominated. Best Special Effects, Tom Woodruff Jr., Alec Guinness. Gillis, not Guinness, not Obi-Wan.
Guinness, yeah.
And then Young Artist Awards, Ariana Richards was nominated for her role as Mindy. All right. So, you guys ready to dive into this movie and
let's do it?
Let's go through it. All right, I'm just going to start throwing scenes out there.
Yeah, tell us.
Tagline?
You're leading us.
Taglines. We kind of went over that. We missed that. So I got 3 taglines here. Did you guys find any?
Well, I come up with one on the spot if you
Let
want.
me give you the one that was on the poster that I saw. They said there's nothing new under the sun, but under the ground.
Oh.
Another one I saw was the monster movie that breaks new ground, and the third was the ultimate underground movie.
All of them are a little like
the one on the poster I don't like. It's too long.
I would say, hey, grab your boys for some graboids.
Well, that's a good one. I was going to go with I Got Worms.
Oh,
but that's a little ahead of its time because Dumb and Dumber didn't come out
we got worms
for like 4 more years, I think.
Honking
We've
out
all
some
got
dirt
worms.
sticks is what it'd be called.
All right, so the movie starts. We're out in the desert. There's some cows. Kevin Bacon's walking around.
It's your favorite scene.
Val's walking around. Earl's still sleeping back of the Jeep, and he tries to wake him up and fakes a stampede, and Earl comes flopping out. Good use of stunt doubles because you never really get a good look at anyone, but there's any faces that don't look like the actors, but there's some stuff that happens that is like, no, they didn't do that.
So hold on to that stampede because it's coming back later.
Mm-hmm. It comes all the way around. So they're working on the fence. They're putting up barbed wire in that scene where they're talking and Kevin Bacon is trying to nail that thing in. They kept in, and he really did miss that nail like 20 times in a row. And that was Fred Ward's actual reaction when he finally hit it. He almost looked at the camera, but then he just kind of like looked at him real quick and kind of smirked. Man? Right.
He missed it like 10 times.
He was waiting for the cut to happen, but he didn't.
Right. These two are the village handymen.
Right. So, handyman, Earl.
They do everything. Did you write down the jobs they were doing?
No.
Did anybody write them down?
No.
Not all of them,
I got a few. Yeah, I got a few. So they put up some fences.
Fencing.
They cleaned out some septic tanks.
Mm-hmm. Septic
tanks.
They
were junk collectors and trash collectors.
Right.
Yeah. And wood delivery people. Did you count any more, or was that?
Well, they tried to what's her name tried to get him to make that kiln, so I imagine
was
that
the
they
wood
could do
delivery,
some kind of
yeah.
carpentry stuff.
I
And
think
brick
that-
building
maybe.
around.
I think she just
call
wanted
that?
wood to keep that kiln going, is what I think that was for.
No, she said they got 30 days of work, and she was going to throw in meals
I think they
and free beer.
I think they serviced her too.
All right.
Serviced her wood needs. You guys are gross.
Both wood needs.
Off screen, they probably used a bulldozer for something or another because Kevin Bacon
Oh, you
hops
think
on that thing later.
They knew their way around.
Oh, yeah.
Knew his way
Yeah.
around it real
the
good.
cat.
Well, he knew how to drive one from Footloose though when they were playing chicken in it.
Right. I mean, he didn't
Was
know
that
how to
before? I
drive
think
it.
that was after, right? Or yeah,
That was
Footloose
before.
first, right?
Oh yeah, it was 84.
Okay, so they're heading back to town. You know, they're just kind of shitting on what the shit work they have to do. Earl gives. Oh, so they're driving by, and they're the new grad student is supposed to be a girl, and of course Val just takes off through the desert.
Val basically took his pants off.
Right.
He was like,
She will have long blonde hair, right? So he goes through his list.
Ass that won't quit.
something about magnificent breasts.
Yep.
Legs
Green
that go
eye.
all the way up.
What does that even mean?
Just long,
Long
legs.
legs.
You know?
Longs that go
All
all
the
the
way
legs
up.
that go all the way up.
They usually go all the way up. But
Yeah.
Go up to somewhere.
If
right?
they stop short,
Right.
then
It's a
I don't-
different
I don't
movie.
know.
We
It's-
just watched that one, cutting legs off.
so they're talking to the new grad student. She's complaining about seismographs. Anybody do any blasting? They're like, no. Val's
around
very
here.
disappointed. Earl's picking up on it and trying to
Yeah.
coax him into making his moves or whatever.
Always going for the wrong kind. It's like Brandy Lynn, Jamie, or whatever. her
Tammy
name
Lynn
was.
Baxter.
Tammy Lynn Baxter.
Yeah. So,
Dead weight.
yeah.
So yeah, he's giving him hard. They get back in the truck, start heading towards town. Earl's giving Val a hard time. They arrive at Walter's store, and then we start seeing all the other characters.
Was this? Oh, yeah. They went to Walter's before they
Yep.
found.
So we see Melvin being a dick. Walter, Bert, and Heather, they're getting new. They're not Hydra-Shock hollow points, is what he's telling Walter.
Right.
Bullets are bullets.
Yeah, the first 15 minutes of this movie is all just meeting everybody in town and just
Setting the table.
Setting
setting
it all
the table.
up. Yeah.
you know?
So now they've moved on to their other job, which is picking up trash, and shit's breaking open. They got cold beer in the toilet, which is, I mean, I saw the brown stains in that
I'm
toilet. I'm
guessing
not
that's
drinking anything out
mineral
of there.
buildup, not shit.
Mineral buildup, I don't give a shit.
And how many toilets have we had on podcasts so far? So that's at least our third. Gross looking toilets.
oh yeah, yeah.
Man, I love the line Kevin Bacon says. He says to Fred Ward, he's like, cocktail, and pulls out a Coors Light out of the toilet cooler.
Right.
So they're moving on. Then they move on to their next job, which is emptying the shit out of Melvin's trailer septic tank while his parents are off in Vegas gambling away his future.
Right.
And
They're
you
playing
know,
the penny slots, you know that.
right. So the whole time they're talking, we got to get out of here. This sucks. We're better than this. This place sucks. And Earl calls Val's bluff. He's like, "Are you saying you want to leave?" And then the septic tank hose bursts and just gets shit all over them.
Yeah.
And you know how hot it must have been? That probably dried on them instantly. That shit caked on.
Right.
Kevin Bacon was sizzling.
Oh yeah, and that's the kind of
sizzling
stink.
bacon.
That's the kind of
I
stink
see you.
you can't wash out.
I'm
You're
better
gonna
than
smell
that.
like
You're better
shit.
than that, Mike. God damn it.
So they cut to their trailer, which is, I mean, were these guys sharing a bed? That was a pretty small place.
Okay, can we? One thing that bothered me is they tell us nothing about how they met, how long they've known each other. Are they related? Like I'm like,
You
I
don't
guess
need to
you're
know.
just- I guess we
you
don't
don't need to know. I
but
mean-
it's kind of like Marty and Doc Brown. It's like, how do they know each other?
You don't need to know.
I want
If you start thinking too much about it, it gets to a creepy place.
because Fred is a little, he's a little older than Kevin.
Probably like
right?
20 years
Yeah,
at
so
least
it's like
older. Yeah.
mentor or something. Maybe saved him from some.
I feel like there was a bar fight,
Yeah. Okay.
and then a chase scene,
Right.
and they just wind up in perfection.
Right. I think they were grifters together for a while.
Probably when he was young as a boy. Like No Country for Old Men. There Will Be Blood.
I knew where you were going with that.
Okay, so boom, they're at the trailer. They're fucking out of there. They're freshly showered. Truck's packed up. I like this vacuum cleaner. You never use it. They're heading out of town. They get stopped by Nancy. Nancy's like, I got work for you guys. They're like, no, we're leaving. She's like, what? Really? And oh, you really are. I see you've packed. It's 30 days of work, free lunches, and I'll throw in beer. And they kind of look at each other, and then they're on the road. Good Lord.
Can't believe they turned down free beer.
No, they didn't. Did they?
Yeah, they did. They're out of there. They're
was
going to
the line.
Bixby.
Oh, I thought they
they're on
were
their way to
excited. I
Bixby.
thought they were hooting and hollering because they got free beer.
No, they
I
faced
missed that.
temptation
I
and
need
did
to-
not
oh.
bend or whatever it was.
Yeah, because back then a 6-pack was probably $3, right? So it's like, oh, you're throwing
$2.50.
it
Not
in
at
three.
Walters. It's probably like $1.
Right?
No, he raised that price, supply and demand.
Right.
You know?
So they're going out of town, and they see somebody up in one of the high tension power line towers, and they're like, "You
Must
couldn't pay
be
me
drunk."
enough." And Val recognizes Edgar Deems, which there in the original script there was a scene. The first scene was actually with Edgar
Him climbing up
Deems
there.
and old Fred, where they were talking at somebody's house or something like that, but it got cut. So they decide they got to go up there. They do their, this is our thing, rock, paper, scissors, which you'll see throughout the movie.
At least 3 times.
Climbs up there, and Deems is dead.
We
Been
did.
up there, all crack-faced and dead as a doornail, still with the gun in his hand.
Yep.
Get the doctor.
So they get him down. I don't know how, other than just like unbuckling him and pushing him, because you can't carry, 2 people couldn't carry somebody down from a tower like that.
Not without falling themselves. They, didn't have, they weren't roped up or anything.
Okay, so they bring him to the doctor. I guess they just left him there, but they don't show it any other time in the movie, his body. But he said he died of dehydration, been up there maybe 3 or 4 days.
Well, I think they basically backed into that. They said, well, how long does that take? 2 3 days? And then the doc's like, maybe even 4 or something,
But who knows what happened to poor Edgar Deems' body? He was just sitting out there at that.
I mean, I would have
build
used
site.
The doctor had to examine him, right?
I'd have used
Someone
it
got
as
him down.
graboid food.
I mean, this movie, there's no wasted scenes in this movie.
No,
So that's
there's
why
no
you don't get a
extra.
lot of, we have to figure out how to get the guy out of the tower. Like, it's just,
Nope, he's just out.
the doctor inspected him. He got down. We don't need to see it.
Dehydration.
Moving on.
Yep. So now they're leaving again. They're finally getting out. They're going to leave again.
There's nothing too fishy about that. Just
No.
a random, yeah.
No foul
Just-
play.
Yeah, it's the desert. It's the Southwest. Right. You run into bodies all the time, and you just move on. So they pass up this road crew that's working on the road. They're still heading out, and I think Val's driving this time, and they pull over because he sees something, and they're at old Fred's place, and they call him, "Hey, old Fred," and he is listed as old Fred in the script.
Old Fred.
And all the sheep are
Poor sheep.
torn up.
It was a really bad situation right there.
You gotta stop that shit. Pick up the hat, and there's old Fred's head. Right?
Yeah.
His face just sticking out of the ground.
Let him
Probably
right to
the only really gory scene. Not gory,
mean,
but
Yeah.
body
just
part scene.
Keep in mind, PG-13, we had to play within the rules a little bit. But yeah, their first thought is not something dragged him under.
No,
Their first thought is
he's just his
there's a-
head's sitting there with a
there's
hat on it.
maniac.
There's a maniac
Yeah,
loose.
it's a killer on the loose.
Cutting off heads.
Right, they got to head back into town and warn everybody. They go by the construction crew, which is still there.
Yeah.
Hey, there's some kind of serial killer loose. You guys got to get out of
Cutting off
here.
heads.
They
That dude
go off.
jackhammering hits
Right,
something.
He hits
Blood
something.
starts popping out.
They're just jerking our
Pulls
chain.
that jackhammer through that asphalt
Oh yeah,
like it was
hot
butter.
knife and butter.
But the other guy, I did like the other guy. That'd probably be me in that situation. Look for a crowbar or something, just in case.
right. You
If
never
somebody's
know.
coming around chopping off heads, I mean, that would
Right.
help.
Sneak up on me. I'm in.
Right.
I got a fighting chance.
Right.
So the 2 road guys get it. There's the one guy gets pulled up on the hill, rock slide, crushes the other guy. They get into town. They think there's a serial killer on the loose. We meet Miguel for the first time. He's talking about his cattle's missing. Val and Earl discover the town's phones are dead. Right?
Dun,
and then,
dun, dun.
and then Walter's like, it wasn't me.
Ta-
So Nestor, we meet Nestor. Nestor's like, you guys got to go to Bixby. And for the longest time, I thought they were talking about Bisbee, Arizona, which I've been to. And
No, it's big.
it was probably like, I don't know, 20 years, 20 years after I watched it, that it was Bixby, some made up Nevada town. And I didn't ever put it together that they were in Nevada, Profession, Nevada, not in Arizona. So they couldn't be near Bisbee. Anyway, just a little stuff.
A little fun stuff going on outside Charlie's head.
So they're trying to get out of town again. They drive up to the constructions where the guys were jackhammering. They're blocking the road, and
the only road out of town.
It's not like it's not the only road out of town, asshole.
How does that work? One road, like there's no exit road, like you can't drive
you
through.
Look at where their truck is
happens.
in the beginning of the movie. They're not even on a road.
Look at the town. It's like 5 buildings in the whole town with like.
There's
and the water
there's
is like
a half mile of asphalt
thing.
in this town. Everything else is dirt.
Right.
It's not like
Obviously, they had
the
to
only road is closed.
They had to isolate
One of my
them, right?
nitpicks.
So
Right. So they see the brain matter in the protective plastic helmet, and they're like, "We need to get the fuck out of here."
let's go back.
They get in the truck. Earl pulls his gun. Nice classic 45-6 shooter. Back up. Val backs up.
3-point turn. They try to do a 3-point
Right.
turn.
Hits the dirt mound, hill, whatever.
the bluff.
And then he tries to get out and stalls it out. He's
You're
like,
hung up on something.
"You're hung up." "No, I'm not. So he puts it in 4-wheel drive. They get out of there. He goes, "You're going to blow a clutch that way.
Yeah, you burn out the clutch.
I only need to be spending the night out here." And they kind of look at each other. They do that a lot in the movie. And then they take off. Head back to Walter's store where they find something wrapped around the truck's rear axle.
Something gnarly.
We're kind of seeing what we're fucking with now. Looks like a snake with no
Big
eyes.
ass snake or
kinda.
tentacle or something.
See, I told you I wasn't hung up.
Looks like a dirt snake.
It looks like a dirt snake with a mouth and hooks on it.
It definitely looks like a giant eel or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So then,
Told you I wasn't hung up on anything.
right, Walter, it's like, "I'll give you $5 for it."
Walter's the best.
they get
Always
it down to
looking for an
like
opportunity,
15 or
man.
something.
They get him to 15.
And then they're in his store and he's charging $5 a picture.
$3 a picture or
$3
something.
a
Yeah.
picture.
He's like, and we're just stuck with a lousy $15. Even though, how many times are you going to get the same picture from 4 people that live in the town? I think it's about a wash.
Right. Well,
Yeah, for sure.
all the tourists. Right. Okay, so then they kind of had like a little discussion what's going on, and they're like, it would take more than just one of those to kill all of old Fred's sheep.
Right.
Oh yeah, so they cut over to the doctor and
poor
his
doc.
wife, right?
They're living their best life.
Living their
They're
best life. They got to go into town and get some cinder blocks or something.
They're
next
building
day.
their dream home out in the freaking
Right.
desert.
In the desert, in the middle of fucking nowhere, in the country, in the middle of the nowhere, in a town next to a town in the middle of nowhere, like a mile or two or something like that. So, generator going, then all of a sudden, generator disappears.
Generator's
They go
gone.
over to discover what happened to it. It's just gone,
Reappears a minute later.
thrown up out of the dirt. Like, man, those snakes can really fling some stuff around.
They're poo flingers.
They're kind of walking back, and he's like, well, maybe it's one of those geysers like we saw at Yellowstone. And then, boom, he gets sucked in, hip deep, and he's trying to get out. And
She hands him a board. that's
she's like,
laying
give me
around.
something, 2x4. And I thought it like smacked her in the head, but that's
Maybe.
glossed over.
She did have some blood on it. Yeah, like a little bit on her ear. I think.
Yeah. So he gets sucked down, and then the
see a
graboid
little bit of
thing comes out.
So yeah,
One or two of you don't
Oh, yeah,
really
it showed
know.
a few of them, yeah.
Yeah.
and then it forces her into the.
She goes in the
She
car.
goes get in the
we get it
station
trying to
wagon.
get into the car.
Right.
It's slimy self biting at the window. It's the first real look we get at the
first
monster.
Cujo
And it's not
type
even
moment.
part of the monster.
Yeah.
First, like you're not safe in your car, right?
Right.
That was the point of that one.
You still
right?
don't know exactly what you. At this point, you're like, oh, it's just a bunch of those snake things, right?
They're drooling and smearing it on the
And then
window.
it starts
Ugh.
digging underneath, and he sucks it down into a hole. I thought it was really cool. The
That
lights
was
go
cool.
up into the
I
sky,
appreciated that shot
The
too.
car gets sucked into the ground.
And then
with
it goes
Megan
dark.
in it.
right?
Headlights on, gets dark, dirt covers it. And then
Next.
the next day, our boys find them.
They get on the horses.
Yeah, they go
take off?
They go out there and they hear
hear
the
the
music
music.
playing under the ground. And they swipe the dirt away and see the headlights on.
So I think
They're
everybody's on. I don't think everybody knows what's going on. Let's go warn them.
Right. Yeah. You got to go
Yeah.
tell them to get into town. Oh, and then Bert was going to go find the grad student and tell her to
Right.
get her ass in town. But they see the license plate and realize that whole fucking car is underground.
What could do that?
They weren't hanging around to find out. Nope. Get on the horses, take off. Like, we're gonna ride. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go straight to Bigsby. Then the horses start acting up.
Smelled them probably.
Yeah. And then we see the big worm.
Ooh.
Then we see the big guy.
Poor horse.
Falcor. No, and not only the horse, but they also took out that awesome rifle that Reba let him borrow. I was like, oh man, because that was on that horse.
That was like $1,000 rifle back in 1990. That thing is
like, holy shit.
They got like 26 more of those.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we'll talk about that.
The Rec Room? Oh my God, that was great.
I always joke about how many guns do you need, but I mean, apparently they needed a lot, right? So we'll talk about that later.
They needed all the guns and all the ammo.
Horses down, now they're on foot, running for their lives.
Right.
And Charlie go.
Okay, so they get thrown off, running for their lives, and it's gaining on us. They come to the big concrete culvert. I don't know why there's a big concrete line canal in the middle of fucking nowhere. Even if it does have a flash flood.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It had to be a water thing, but like maybe but there was no farm. It's not like they were flood farming their property.
No, and the water system was that big barrel sitting off the ground like those old train things. Mm-hmm. So they're going to jump the canal. They jump it. They don't make it, of course. But the graboid crashes right in to the concrete.
Knocks his ass out.
I think he's knocked out cold.
Busts through a little bit, and then you can really see what the fuck is going on, what's been chasing them. And then Rhonda, the grad student, showed, hey, did you guys
feel something?
Or was it like something on it? And then she sees it too.
Yeah, smells it too.
Right. So they're busting it out of the concrete. And Val's like, hey, I found the ass in.
What do we think that was? Probably 10 feet long, maybe?
30 feet.
Oh, more than that.
That thing was like 30 feet long.
Yeah.
And it kind of seemed like an underground shark.
The prop description was it was 30 feet long.
Okay.
Yeah, they made it out of foam. It was pretty cool. Okay, so
good thing
then she's like, wait a minute. According to my seismograph readings, there's two more of these things, because at this time there's here, and then this time it's over here, and they're like, we believe you. And they take off running, and they get on the boulders, the residual boulders, right?
Never heard that term in my life. I don't know what a residual boulder is.
A boulder left over from an ice age, maybe? Residual?
Residual.
I don't know. So they're on the boulders. Go ahead, Mike. What were you going to say?
No, I was just saying with the boulders, like the pole vaulting from one to the other was a neat little trick.
It was probably one of my favorite scenes as a kid. As a kid, I'm like, that's perfect. That's exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
But this brings us back around to the guy, S.S. Wilson, who came up with the idea when he was on the boulders. Like, what if you couldn't get off the boulders?
Right.
Because there's something out there that you can't see that's under the ground that's going to eat you if you try.
So we learned a couple things on the boulders, right? We learned that, one, the graboids are patient as shit, right? So they'll wait you out, and that's why that old dude died.
Never came down,
the telephone or electrical wire. And we also learned they can feel what you're doing and hear what you're saying through the rock.
Right.
It's the perfect conductor.
And they're what does our Rhonda, our scientist, say? They don't have eyes, so they go by vibrations, or they travel by sound.
I think actually maybe somebody else brought up the idea and she ran with it, but yeah, like she confirmed it. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, and when they were looking at the big one, they were looking at the little nubbins on it. Like that's how it moves through the dirt.
You would think that like it's kind of like cilia. Yeah, exactly. Moves it through. But yeah, I don't know if there was enough of them to move that big ass thing. But we'll go with it.
So they spend the night. They do the pole vaulting trick. They get in the truck. They have a little fight scene with the graboid tongues or whatever they are. They haul ass. They're out of there, and they go back to perfection, back to Walters.
Yep. And to warn everybody.
Safe.
We got Chekhov's Pepsi fridge, right?
All right, not yet.
That's in Walters, right? When he's selling it, then the fridge starts acting up. So like, turn that thing off.
Oh, that was the end.
So they get back. Nancy leaves. They're having a hard time believing what they're talking about, and they're like, "Well, you don't understand." And Nancy leaves. She goes to find Mindy. Val pulled, as he has the scene where he pulls the map off. He goes, "You don't understand.
They're coming right for us.
It's a big. This whole valley's a big smorgasbord.
Here's Fred's house here. Yeah,
coming right for us."
Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Oh, and they were talking about at that time they were talking about what to name it, and then they came up with Oids. I like Oids, Graboids. So
great.
That's where we get the Graboid name. And Val and Earl are pissed off because no one's really taking this serious. Melvin, being a dickhead, is
Pretends the snake guy.
Yes, I love it. Melvin, someone's gonna kick your ass.
Yep. Nancy's out trying to find Mindy. Melvin's outside bouncing the ball. Bounce. Doesn't come back up.
Screamed again.
Screams. They're
Boy who cried graboid.
right.
Too many times.
They run out. They're going to kick his ass this time. And they look up. And this scene, this shot with the camera made me think of everything that Spielberg did in like the 80s. The way they did that with the music and the shot and from the angle. I was like, oh, they just stole that.
Yeah. The POV, the graboid POV was pretty cool that they used a few times in this one, especially for the time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's
for sure.
a big part of
I don't know how they did
Jaws
that.
is the POV of the shark a lot in that movie. I mean, it's good stuff. Spielberg again, but
Yeah.
Who?
why not steal from the best, right?
Right. If you're going to steal,
Right.
steal from the best. So all the graboids show up, all the remaining 3 at this point? 2. Yeah,
Is
there's
this
2 left.
when they're being quiet and then Mindy comes hopping down the road.
Yep.
And they're like, "Shit, Mindy." Go ahead.
Val, being the hero, runs out, grabs her off. That kid was probably more horrified by the tackle that Kevin Bacon did on her.
Did they already name Stumpy yet or not yet?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't think so. So he saves her. She runs into the house. Val runs back towards the store. I'm not sure why he didn't. I mean, it's the movie, so he has to be with the main cast members. But it would have made more sense if he'd have just ran into that house as well. But he doesn't. He runs back towards the store. Everyone else runs in the store.
Right. That's when
it's
we
like,
get Chekhov's.
No noise, no vibrations. They can hear us.
Is this when Rhonda gets tangled up in the barbed wire and has to strip out of it? So she's running down the boards with them, but she's pantsless.
I lied. I said the pole vaulting scene was my favorite when I was a kid. That was actually my favorite when I was a kid. Because at first she's like got the zinc on her nose and the big old unflattering shorts and stuff. But then I'm like, hey.
Right. So Nestor heads. Oh my God, Nestor. Nestor goes to his trailer. Val comes in with the pickaxe, buries it in the top of the graboid, gives him enough time to work on the barbed wire, can't get it off. She has to take her pants off. Graboid's working on the pickaxe. Earl's just cheerleading, I guess, from the wood plank sidewalk. And they get free and they all run back in. And then it does that classic scene, which we've seen. The Thing had it. I mean, it's been in a couple other movies where something goes under. It was in Children of the Corn, where something goes under like the wood plank thing, and they all kind of like pop up in sequence. I mean, people love doing that.
Like dominoes,
right?
Yeah.
So then the Pepsi fridge with the bad bearing, the bearing starts going bad again. It's making all kinds of noise. Everyone, like, runs over. They're pulling Cokes out of the way. It's jammed up against the wall. Val's on top. Finally gets the plug out for like half a second, and then out of the floor comes a graboid. Sinks it into poor Walter. Really,
poor
kind of
Walter.
the only blood is coming out of Walter's nose.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, not too bloody.
Right. And he gets sucked down through the hole.
They're trying to save him because, Walter's a good guy.
Yeah, of course. But he gets got. Everyone's up. We got to get out of here. It's coming through the floors. Let's get up on the roof. Rhonda climbs up on the shelves. The other guys are like on the Pepsi machine, and then like in the shelves of the wall because they know where the hole to get it into the roof is. She makes it and goes crashing through the window. Right. Val gets up on the roof to find out where she is. He looks over, thinks she's got, and then she says, "Hey," and she's over on that water tower thing.
Yep. Are the Gummers in their rec room yet?
We're about to cut over to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
They don't. So we see them when they're on the roofs. Everybody's up on the roof.
Okay.
Right. So and they're telling everybody, get up on the roofs. Melvin gets up on the shitty little tin shack. Bad idea. Nestor's up on top of his trailer. Nancy and Minnie get on top of their house, which next to the store is probably the best.
I mean, probably
best
better
spot
than
to
the
be.
store.
Then we cut over to Bert and Heather's rec room.
Right.
The best
They're making ammunition is what they're doing.
Right.
They're making more ammunition,
best rec room that ever lived.
which obviously is making a lot of noise.
Yep, is going to call over the Grab Boys really quick.
Well,
Reba, Heather, gets out of binoculars and she's looking out the window and she's like, Bert, something's going on here.
Hey.
It was on top of the roofs. So Bert gets on the CB and he's trying to call over there. They can hear him, but obviously the CB's down in the store and they're up on the roof.
Grab by the
They
feet.
grab 'em by the feet. I don't
I like
know.
it. That works.
I wouldn't trust any of those guys. Maybe Fred
Not
Ward
yeah.
might be strong enough to hold half of a person.
Kevin Bacon's probably 160
Kevin Bacon was
pounds.
yeah,
Stop him.
150 soaking wet.
155 with change in his pocket.
Pretty scrawny in this one.
Right.
He had that nice feathered hair, but like that didn't weigh him down.
So he gets the CB, get it back up there, and they're like, hey,
Your roof.
get on your roof. And well, I can't hear you switch over this channel. He finally gets in touch with
Yeah.
Bert and is like, they're huge. They're underground.
They're coming right for you.
They're coming right for you because they can see like the dust plumes that these
Right.
things kick up as they travel underground. And do they get on the roof? Hell no. They back up against the wall of guns.
They've been waiting their entire lives. for
Entire
this,
lives
right?
for this.
And that's when I was like, these guys are the best. Right.
That thing comes through the wall and they just they don't reload every weapon they start. They shoot the Uzi dry.
Lots of
toss it
shotguns,
aside. There's a pistol shooting going on, toss them aside.
Dual wielding pistols.
Right. They pull out the, I don't know, it was an FNFAL.
They had the
And then
yeah.
a couple different, they're all semi-auto. I guess they couldn't get the kind of license you need in Hollywood to have automatic weapons on this movie.
okay.
Because there's a lot of fast finger
that
pulling, but it still
explains-
wasn't auto.
That explains the fire you could hear from the shed. It was very clack, clack, clack. Not, yeah.
That was a really good sound effect because that was they had a that was actually had
was
to be
not
guns
auto,
firing
yeah.
a distance where they
Right.
recorded that.
So then he pulled out the freaking safari.
Break in
gun.
case of emergency elephant gun with like that was bigger than it had to be
Those
50
slugs-
cal at
those-
least.
Yeah. I don't know. Those slugs.
Elephant
huge.
gun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they rented from somebody I read. And
You
then
might have a prop nomination.
right. So this thing is like fucking going hog wild in the rec room, just bouncing its head off the walls, off their
Right.
hanging ceiling. And Bert drops 2 shots in that thing and it is dead. And his line, which I have later in the quotes, but I want to drop on you
Do it.
now. I guess you broke into the wrong goddamn rec room, didn't you?
So
I mean, yeah.
That was
No,
awesome.
perfect. We got him. Yeah. So they notified him that they killed him.
So they're heading up on their roof. And Bert takes a couple shots, but they can't get them because they're underground. So pretty much worthless elephant gun at this point unless they come back out of the ground after them. Earl has an idea. He's like, hey, Bert, you got the only thing that will make it up the Jeep Trail. Once we get up there, we're solid rock.
My Jimmy. The
We're,
Jimmy.
we're good. And then I guess graboids understand English because they immediately ate the tires out of the Jimmy, and it was done for.
You learn here and later that they do some problem solving, right?
Yeah.
They took down the one station wagon, so they know about people hiding in these vehicles, I'd imagine. So they're probably familiar with the shape of it and pull it under. They also took out, what's Fred Ward's name in this one?
Earl.
Earl. They also took out his tires on his.
Yep, when Val was on top of it. Yep. They're learning. They're aliens. I don't think they're local boys.
And then they go get the bulldozer, and you think that would be impervious,
Turns out it's not.
and they fucking
But
eat those
first-
treads off too.
We
well-
need to talk about
the plan? That was a good little plan, the diversion plan with the little
Nestor.
mower.
Because this is where Nestor gets got.
Nestor's he's
He's on top of the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
And
Knocks him off.
the one of them comes back for him for everybody in the
There's
town.
a category he might win.
He's a winner. I've already got him locked in.
Where he decides to sit on a tire.
So he gets knocked
Like
off,
an inner tube.
and they're like, Nestor, get back on something, or get in the high ground. And what does he do? He gets on a big old tractor tire.
I think it was because they had the effect drawn up in their head. They're like, this is where he's going to hide.
Someone's going to get
somebody
sucked ass
through it.
end into the dirt. And of course, Nestor gets sucked ass end into the dirt.
I was confused a little bit. I thought he was, who's the dick kid?
Melvin. I thought he was his dad for the
Melvin's
longest
dad
time,
because
too.
He was like freaking out. Like this affected Melvin.
Right. But
screwed.
I think but fucking with Melvin was he realized he was on top of that little tin shack, and he was next on the menu.
An aluminum can he was hiding on top
Like,
of.
you guys gonna help me? And everyone was like, well, do we?
Right. So everybody reconvenes on the roof, right?
Right.
And then they come up with the plan. We got to get to that
Well, the
thing, right?
the graboids start eating the buildings out from underneath
right.
them.
So they can't stay there for one reason.
So they know they got to get out of there. And they had told Bert that at one point, it doesn't really matter if you get out because we'll be gone by the time you get back. And then they got his car tires. So we are trying to come up with a plan. Right?
Let's use the lawnmower.
Well, they have to
that
figure
there
out
you
what
are.
they're going to do. We need a tank or something, I think Earl says. And then Val's like, hey, what about the cat?
It's like 30
It's
tons.
30 tons. We can't all fit on the cat. What about the old
Semi-trailer.
semi-trailer? It's like, no tires. That thing could pull anything. We got a plan. And then Miguel comes up with, hey, let's use Walter's tractor. It'll go after that. We should put it in gear, turn it on, put it in gear, and let it roll out.
Solid plan.
Solid plan. And we do the whole rock, paper, scissors thing with Earl and Val. Right. Earl wins, and he's going to go, but Val's like, I'm younger, blah, 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 and elbows him and takes off running once the tractor goes. So he's making a run for it. The tractor you could see the cable pulling the tractor.
Oh, really?
They couldn't reshoot that.
It flipped.
That and Nestor waving his hat. Two scenes that need to be reshot until they get it right. And they could, so it flips over. It hears Val.
Yeah.
Rhonda says, stop moving. It can't find you if you're not making any vibrations or any noise.
This thing just
T-Rex kind of,
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
it comes over and it's got his
Little
little, pops out. It's got his feelers going out. I think it was the one they had pulled the one.
Was it Old Stumpy?
Old Stumpy. And so there's like everyone start making noise so we can distract it and Val can get to the tractor or the cat. And Rhonda comes through. She kicks the water pipe in half and the water starts hitting the ground. And it works and it starts heading towards her. He gets on the the cat hooks it up. They're in motion.
We're in business.
They're heading towards.
Gather everybody up and start heading towards Bert's.
Bert and Heather. They're heading towards Bert and Heather. So they get there and like, hurry up, guys! You gotta. These things are smart. They're every time we stop, they try to dig this thing out from under. And of course, when they stop, they tried to dig it out from under them. They're having a discussion on what gun to bring, what has better penetration, blah blah blah. Hurry up, guys!
They're making
homemade bombs,
pipe bombs, baby.
Pipe bombs.
Homemade dynamite.
Right. So they do all their shit in the back of the trailer, get in, they start taking off. Melvin, of course, wants a gun, and Bert's like, fuck you, I wouldn't give you a gun if it was World War III. Another good line.
But he gave us a carrot later for him to use to
Oh, yeah.
get him moving.
Yeah, he was able to get him out that way. So they're heading off towards the Jeep trail up into the mountains to get safe from the graboids. And then they see him off in the distance, so they know they're following them because they got that puff of dust thing. And then they notice that they're doing something.
Yeah.
They're
What are
like,
they
I don't
doing?
care what they're doing as long as they're doing it out there. Well, I mean, they should have figured out that the road kind of winds that way because they dug a trench
Smart-ass
deep enough to where it wouldn't cave in, shallow enough that a 30-ton cat would fall right into it. And Bert's in the front, and he goes tumbling out, and he goes scrambling back into the back, right?
Yep.
So their first idea was to use pipe bombs to get to the Jeep trail, but they need like 50 of them. Now, of course, he doesn't have 50. So the next
Close to it.
He's got a whole fucking duffel bag full of them.
Well, he had.
that and ammo.
Yeah, later.
Right. So, we're coming towards the end of the movie. You kind of feel it, and
They figured out, it doesn't hurt them on top of the surface. The bombs don't, but it does make them jet off.
right, makes them run away. So I can't remember who came up with the idea. Maybe Earl or Val. They seem to be the idea people, or maybe it was Rhonda. Oh, it was Rhonda, because she uses her part, my friend. She's like, we throw a bomb out where we want to go. They run off, and we run like goddamn bastards to those boulders over there, those residual boulders.
Right.
So, sure, why not?
Yeah. And then they get stuck on
And
the rocks.
Melvin's like, I don't know, man. I don't want to do it. Then Bert gives him the gun, and
Yeah.
Right.
They're
And the
stuck
plan
on a
worked.
rock that whole time trying to figure out how the fuck to get off.
Right.
right.
That's
So
where we're at. Gets us to the rock.
we're on the
Melvin
rocks.
tries to shoot it.
He's like, Bert, you asshole.
You asshole. Gives him no bullets.
It is a comedy horror. More comedy than horror, maybe.
Oh, yeah. It's fun.
So they get to the rocks, and let's see who comes up with the idea. Was it Val or there was the fight between
Bert has a little fight with
Val
Val,
and Bert.
yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
we could have survived if we had stayed at our
5
place.
years. That's where we figured out how much prepping he's been doing.
Yep.
No, that was when they were pulling away. He was like,
5 years.
5 years of food, water filtration unit, something else, Geiger counter,
Geiger counter, yeah.
underground goddamn monsters, which I used a bunch of times in the 90s.
Bomb shelter.
Right, bomb shelter. So they're up on the rocks, and they have their little fight. We should have just stayed there, and you guys are a bunch of fuck ups, and you got us out here. We would have lived. No, you wouldn't. They'd have eaten the place out from under you in 30 minutes.
Right.
They almost come to blows, Val and
Probably
Bert.
unnecessary. I feel like that little fight was like almost unnecessary. But
But it fit. It fit.
Okay.
They need
their
to come up with another
personalities.
plan, and they're having
Right.
trouble because they've been out there for
who
like a
made
couple
you
hours.
the leader?
Who died made you Einstein.
Right.
Yeah. They start chucking rocks just out of frustration, I think, and notice
They were going to the rocks.
Yeah.
So then they come up with the idea, which
Fish.
is another quote. He's like, we'll go fishing. We'll get some pipe bombs. We'll get the rocks, get the graboid guy out to where we want him. And then we'll throw a pipe bomb. And
Whose idea was no, Bert was like, hey, I'm gonna walk off I'm gonna light one of
That's
these pipe
what it
bombs,
was.
walk off and just let it take me down, right?
right.
Yeah, that was it. Yep.
Yeah. So
He was going to sacrifice himself.
then we
They're
get,
"No,
like-
wait, we'll just
that's a
fish
great
with him."
idea that he's like ready to fight again. He goes,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So that's where the
That's
idea
fishing
comes
game.
from.
Fishing, yep.
So they're looking at they're getting the pipe bombs ready, and
15-second lead time.
15 seconds he goes, what's that cannon fuse?
Yeah. What do you
What the hell you use it for? My cannon.
My cannon. Duh.
What's in the pipe bombs? A few household chemicals in the proper proportions.
Yep.
great
It
line.
was a great line. Bert was just rapid firing them at that point.
I mean,
And a lot of buckshot in those things, too.
Oh my God, yeah. So first time out
he uses
works
lasso trick.
perfectly. It
Sucks it
blows
down.
it all up and just graboid guts cover everybody.
They're all cheering for 5 seconds, and then the guts fall down. They're like, "Ah, shit!"
But the things they say stink like shit, so they
Yeah.
just get plopped guts all over
It's
them.
hilarious that they're celebrating, and then the guts come. They're like, "Oh, fuck."
That scene's been used in like a lot of movies where it's just like something explodes, there's a cheering, and then just shit starts falling down.
Right.
And I laugh every time. I love
It works. It
That's
works.
a good one.
Yeah.
Formulas work for
God,
a
his
reason. That's
mouth,
why they're
probably.
called formulas, right?
His mouth was open.
Okay, so now all we got left is one,
One more.
and they're going to do the same thing. So they start doing it, and then they are like, "Hey, look who it is, old Stumpy."
Old Stumpy.
But Stumpy learned.
Stumpy's the
like
smartest
these,
of them.
like these alien graboids do, and they do it. Val takes his turn throwing the thing out there. Looks like it's going to work. Grabs it, pulls it down, then boom, like a mortar shell. This thing comes flying out and lands on
Perfect.
the bag
Great aim.
of
He
pipe
said-
bombs. Everyone
He
scatters.
said, Kobe.
Kobe
Shot it right there, man.
Clark from downtown. Everyone's off the rocks. Big explosion.
A couple of nitpicks with this one, but I'll let it go for now.
Yeah, how'd they get so far away from the rock? Those two.
No, like some of them just
three.
crawled like on
three
the
of
other
them.
side
Right.
of the rock.
Right.
But the amount of dynamite that exploded, they all
This-
would be
no.
hearing loss,
This
shrapnel.
is a residual boulder, okay?
Stop. No. I'm just.
Residual boulders.
Yeah.
I can get into the science of it if you want me to. But
Yeah.
You just got to let those
But
things
anyway,
go with a
so
fun
you
movie
let-
like
suspend
this.
your disbelief. with
Right.
movies
Yeah, there
like
was
this.
probably 15 pipe bombs that blew up, right?
Yeah.
At least. And then all the ammo that was in there too,
Right.
probably. So everyone
Everybody
else is
gets
back on the rocks. We cut to Val, Earl, and Rhonda. And who was it? Is it like Bert's like, what the hell are you guys doing way out there? And they are a good 100
Right,
yards
they're
from those
far.
boulders. They fucking hauled ass.
He's got a bomb. He's got a bomb in his hand.
He had and I noticed that last night when I watched it again, when he threw it out there, he had it in his hand in that scene. So that's why he had it. I mean, they did a really good continuity job of
Okay.
making sure he had one, and we wouldn't be like, oh, come on, how the fuck did he have
How to
one?
get that? He used the bomb. What else he
Right.
use it for?
So Earl and Val are close together. Ron is out there somewhere, and he's like, use the bomb. Yeah, but we're just going to be stuck on
It's our
those
last
boulders
one.
for 3 or 4 days until we die. And Earl's like, well, I want to be alive for those 3 days. Right. And then Val has a plan.
yeah,
He goes and just takes off running.
takes
which-
off running.
Fucking, he should have warned Earl, I'm going to take off running.
Should have warned everybody. Should have said, "Hey, do I have my lighter with me?"
Right. Which, of course, he did not. Break. I'm going to drop
back to the beginning.
So I have a story from my days of living out in the desert as a young airman in my 20s
Graboids?
with a best friend that I hung out with all the time who had no regard for public safety. And I had a moment like that with him. He had this old Plymouth, and we were out shooting, and they had these berms that were kind of just built up. It was out in the desert, so it was just kind of like these berms that were built up so that you could shoot, and like a ricochet wouldn't go off into the desert and shoot
Safety
somebody's
reasons.
house. Yeah. And they were flat, steep on the inside, but on the outside, they were sloped like a ramp. So we're in this guy's Joe's truck, and I'm in the passenger seat. He's in the driver's seat. And these things were probably like 4 feet tall. And
Turns into Gravedigger. all
he
of a
looks
sudden.
over at me. He smiles, drops it into gear, and takes off. And I'm looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? And then it dawned on me what the fuck he was doing. And we jumped that old shitty truck, bent the frame when we hit, nose first, on the other side of this
Them
berm.
hazard boys.
No warning. I was trying to put my seatbelt on when we hit.
Well, that was probably 30 years ago, and you're still remembering. It's a memory. That's a core memory you got. Right?
Probably a brain trauma from it because I did hit the windshield.
At least some spinal.
So anyway, Val takes off running like a jackass, not telling anybody anything without the lighter. He's got a plan. Earl has to take off running with him. The thing goes after them. He's looking for the lighter. Rhonda's like, I got it. So she takes off running, catches him somehow. And then they're at the cliff because Bert explained earlier, that's why they moved there, geographic isolation, because they had mountains on 3 sides and a cliff on the other side. They get there. They're like, throw it. And he breaks off the fuse to make it shorter. And he doesn't throw it. Those two just take off. The thing's heading right for him, and he throws it. And he's like, you threw it too far. And it blows up behind the monster. He jumps out of the way. The worst jump scene. I mean, you guys could have reshot 3 scenes in this movie. The hat waving fiasco. The tractor with the obviously being pulled by a wire. And this horrible looking jump scene.
I don't mind
that
it because
Kevin
the
Bacon
scene that
does.
immediately followed it was the money shot of this movie.
It goes off the
Kind of looked like one too.
The graboid freaks out, takes off, and right out of the cliff he goes. Right. I don't know how far he fell, like 2 miles. Hits the bottom and just splats.
Yeah,
and
folds
they
into
win.
itself,
He's like,
yeah.
"Can you fly, sucker?" Which was "fucker" in the original.
Yeah, there's definitely a few times I noticed
As it should have.
the where they changed a word. It looked dubbed.
What was
Yeah.
the part where he actually was like, F you? What was that part where he used it?
That's where he comes through the concrete.
Oh, the concrete,
like,
yeah.
"Fuck you."
They're like, you only get to use one. So
delivery.
make it,
their one.
Make it good. He dialed it up.
They
to
say
12
they used it
on
right.
that one.
From his feet. Like they used the whole body into that one.
We channeled some Footloose dancing on that one. So they win, and he's like, "Oh, it just came to me, Stampede." So the Stampede came back around.
All full circle.
They make
Forgetting
it back
the lighter
to
and the stampede.
make
full
it
circle.
back to perfection. Everyone's alive and happy, and they're talking about
Getting out of town.
Yep. They fix up the truck, and we're gonna go to Bixby and
Yeah, we're going to be on National Geographic or People Magazine.
People Magazine. No, National Geographic.
Right. And then Rhonda's talking about, all the years of study that they're going to be able to do on these things. And Earl can't just drop it. He's like, go make your move. Finally goes and makes his move. Stumbles over his words and just winds up kissing her. And
Roll credits.
roll credits. All right.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do the cheesy, there's a baby graboid somewhere kind of thing, right? Aren't you guys surprised by that?
I mean, maybe they didn't know they were gonna make 6 more of these, but I don't know. I think for the type of movie it was, not too surprised because it was a comedy horror. It wasn't like, we got to leave a little. Maybe they didn't do this that much in the 90s or late 80s, early 90s. They made that today. They definitely would have done that. Left some little.
They would definitely would have left
At
it
least
open.
something open-ended.
Right.
So,
But even the sequels
the
were
movie,
straight to video.
The
They
ending
weren't
that we get was not
movies.
the original ending either anyway. Nothing to do with like some hidden Easter egg or some like cliffhanger, but basically the movie ends with them driving off to Bixby, and test audiences were like, no, Kevin Bacon, Val, and Rhonda got to get together.
right.
That love.
And so they reshot the ending. So they did reshoot one thing, Charlie. There's 3 things they should have, but this wasn't one of them. 4, I guess. They did one. Reshot the ending where he does go and make his move on Rhonda, and they live happily ever after, I guess. But
Well, didn't they get
yeah.
married according to?
Yes. So the lore is they got married, they had a kid. The kid comes back in movie number 6 as a professional graboid hunter.
I mean, that's a very niche occupation.
Right. And I'm sure Bert was in it, but he was in all of them. So they probably teamed up a little bit. I don't know. I think I watched all the movies, even the one that was like the prequel.
I can say I might have watched one other one, but I don't.
Yeah.
now, when you were in the Air Force, you were a professional grab ass hunter, right? Is that a job title?
I think he was actually a professional grab ass receiver. Right?
The showers are communal. It wasn't my fault. I slipped. All right.
You go, boys. I'm presenting.
Okay. What was the let's get into the categories and stuff. What was the best kill? What do you think was the best kill?
I think it's the end. I think it's the worm coming out of the cliff.
Killing the worm?
I think it's the worm.
Let's go
The
graboid.
splatter,
Best
the graboid.
graboid kill would be that one. Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
for sure.
the car with Megan is pretty intense. It's like, holy shit,
Cool scene.
pull the car under
Yeah.
the fucking ground. But the splatter you get from the graboid falling off the cliff and
Probably
Right.
felt Walter the most. It hit me in the heart there a little bit. I was
Yeah,
felt
that one-
bad
that
for
one kinda
Walter,
got
but
me.
Yeah, if we're going with all deaths, the graboid, flying off the
Yeah.
was the best.
Could you escape this?
Probably. I don't have any notes on this why, but I feel like
probably not without the gummers.
that's true.
Yeah.
Bart would have to be there.
Yeah.
It depends. Like, yeah, I mean, who am I in this situation? Because there's people that realize it a different. If old Fred, no,
Old Fred didn't have a chance.
old Fred did.
I feel like I would have because I would have been like, "Hey, look at that guy on the tower." Poop, doop,
Right.
doop, doop, doop.
Possibly, yeah. Before the road
I've seen it
closed
on the
down.
news in Bixby.
I'll call for help.
I'll go for help. I'll always
The
remember
payphone
you.
still worked at that time, though. I guess
Right.
they took it out when they took the road out, maybe. Or the graboids took out the phone. Who
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure where that happened, but that was
Graboids
probably,
probably did.
Yeah, maybe
somewhere in
not.
there.
They were
gonna
near the
go with-
electrical tower.
Yeah.
Electrical wires, probably the same.
Who was the dumbest character?
knows? Old boy sitting on the tire.
Yeah.
Fucking Nestor.
That's
That
the
hat waving, that tire sitting did him in.
I mean, I'll throw out
man.
another one too. Edgar, like, dude, you stayed up there so long, you got dehydrated. Like, you gotta come down at some point and just try.
Right.
You don't sit up there. Yeah, he pissed himself. He had to have pissed himself,
He
shit
had to
himself.
Probably.
Like, I don't know. You gotta try, man. You gotta
That's
get down
true.
at some point.
That's true, but maybe he was.
Gun in his hand. Get down
might
there
have
with
been
your gun and
frail
at least take a
anyway.
shot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sat there for 4 days and was like, hey, this is it. I'm like, well, come on, man.
Poor Edgar. He's getting bashed. Poor fucking
He
Edgar.
laid his life on
Y'all
the line.
so
Literally.
throwing more shade on Edgar than Nestor. And Nestor was a total dumbass. All right, some trivia. Let's do a little.
Rapid fire trivia.
No, I only have one really good one. So, James Gunn, in his 2006 horror movie Slither,
Love Slither.
which is a great
do love
movie,
Slither.
nice and gross, gives a little bit of shout out to Tremors because the high school in the movie is named Earl Bassett Community School.
Oh, nice.
Oh, all right.
Body count?
Let me guess 5.
7. Well, there's the 2 road workers, too. So
2 construction workers, Edgar, Jim, and Megan. Does everyone
Walter?
else get away? Walter.
And then Edgar on the line. Did you already get him?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 7. I don't know why I'm going 7.
10. Edgar, Old Fred, Carmine and Howard, the first 2 road workers.
Oh, there
the
was
doc,
another one.
the doc's wife, Nestor, Walter, and the 2. They were like,
There were
oh, well,
more
they're going to
road
go
workers.
check on
Yeah,
them eventually.
exactly.
Well, the 2 guys that showed up got too.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
forgot about those guys.
Score?
Like a 2.
Yeah, I said 3.
I said a 1.
Yeah, like,
I mean, it's
You really don't
Okay,
see
so,
like the
grappling-
head.
That's
it's
the
pretty
thing.
slimy. There's guts. There's some slimy
That's
shit.
like the thing,
The cut up
right?
animals, like the chewed up sheep, and the
Yeah,
chewed up the horse.
I'll go up to
I'm willing
2.
to, what did I say? 2. I'm willing to jump to a 3 because
I'll go up to a 2.
We'll
Okay.
say 2.5.
2.33. Repeating.
Yeah.
Is that what
Yeah,
we're doing?
repeating. Do we want to do our Gen
Sure,
Z guy,
let's
or
bring-
do we want to
let's
hit
bring-
these last categories first?
Let's bring him in real fast.
All right, let's bring him in.
It's a school night and all, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, we drop our podcasts on Mondays, guys. Have we ever mentioned that on the thing? It's every Monday that we drop this thing.
I don't know. Probably haven't mentioned it. Now that you mentioned it, we're going to drop one on like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'll be like, what the fuck?
Normally Mondays.
Don't do that. Our Morocco listener, we throw him off, and he's
Yeah.
going to stop listening. Shout out to Morocco.
Reach out to us, Casablanca guy, because that's
Right.
cool.
That is Singapore. We got a Singapore. couple
Singaporeans
people?
for sure.
Singaporeans.
For sure.
All right.
man. All right, Atticus. This movie was 1990. Did it feel like a movie that was made in 1990?
Yeah.
And what do we think?
I mean, I thought there was gonna be a lot more dancing. So like,
Yeah, you thought, okay.
like I just like,
You thought
I
it was
don't know.
about him saving the town from
well,
the
that's my
Baptist.
first thought.
Through dancing.
right?
Yeah, no, that's Footloose. I appreciate why
Oh.
you thought that.
Yeah, well, I thought Footloose was the one with giant worms and like.
Oh, I mean,
Tremors was
you
the-
could have called this Footloose. Maybe. Anyway,
Bow loose.
so there was no, like, unfortunately, it was PG-13, so that means everybody mostly got their clothes on.
Yes, I mean there was panties. So
Running panties.
running panties.
All right, so what's your score on your letterbox score for it?
Letterbox score.
Which is a 1 to
I-
5.
Yeah, I'm
No, I'm telling the audience.
an expert.
Telling Mike.
4.33 repeating.
Wow, so pretty high. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, that's
then-
out of 5? I thought it was out of 10.
It's out of
Or is
five.
it
Oh,
out of 10?
out of 5? Oh, 3. 3.
So not, you're not going to cut it in half.
No,
you're
no,
not going
no,
to get
no.
2.17.
Shitting all over my
No,
picks.
it's 3. No. This is one of your better picks.
So, yeah, you've done Strangers.
Well, Cabin in the Woods is still
Dawn of the
Oh,
Dead, Cabin
top
in
of the
Woods.
list, right?
Yeah. Okay, so top
Cabin
half or bottom half of the movie so far?
Top half.
Okay,
All
would
right,
you,
mid.
Middle.
Right in the
I would
middle?
put it
All
like
right.
right in that middle.
I'll take that.
would you survive?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
How?
Because
Why?
I'm not dumb and I don't try to shoot stuff in the ground.
Or jump on
I would
tires.
be education, and if you've seen Dune, do the Sandwalker thing.
He's what? Muad'Dib? What's his name?
Paul Muad'Dib.
Yeah, so anyway, I recommended it to any friends or no?
I mean, I saw it Wednesday,
Okay, so,
so I haven't like.
will you?
Would
I
you, or you
thought-
just keep this in your back pocket and never talk about it again?
So I wouldn't keep this in my back pocket. That would be like something like Dawn of the Dead or something. So like this, I may like pull out as like a party trick, you know? Pop it out. Hey guys, Tremors.
If you guys like Dune,
Let's
you'll
watch.
love
And
Tremors.
you want to see smaller sandworms? Because here we go.
Right.
Exactly.
Best kill, best scene. What do you got for us?
Best scene. Okay, so this one, when they straight off like in like the building, like when they popped out to the ground, they grabbed the Chinese guy.
Well, we
Walter, yeah.
Yeah, Walter.
Walter,
Yeah. That's a good scene. Was it scary?
it wasn't scary. This movie wasn't scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, not many jump scares. I don't think in this one, right? If any,
No,
There
no,
wasn't.
none.
not really.
Yeah,
No,
none.
Nada. Zip.
Sorry.
Wow.
There are other buddy comedies that you like or know about, like so. In this era, there was a lot of them. There was movies like Lethal Weapon. There's movies like 48 Hours. I mean,
Turner and Hooch.
even outside of like the buddy cops, like you got Turner and Hooch, like you said, Bill and Ted. What's the other ones I
Milo
wrote
and
down?
Otis.
What are the
That's
other ones I
Dog
wrote
and
down
Cat.
here? Weekend at Bernie's, Midnight Run, Twins. Familiar with any of those movies?
Naked Gun, I've heard of. Bill and Ted, I watched.
Yeah, Bill and Ted.
I liked Bill and Ted.
Midnight Run, not Naked Gun.
No, Midnight Run.
Midnight Run was fun.
Midnight Run's
It's a
good.
fun
Should
one,
watch
yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
But do they make movies like this these days? This is for everybody. I
Buddy
don't.
comedy,
well, I
buddy
think-
comedy.
I feel like if they make buddy comedy, that
Jackie
shit just
Chan
goes
and-
straight to Netflix and no one hears about it.
Yeah.
Bad Boys?
I would say,
Bad
like,
Boys for Life,
Yeah,
yo.
Friday.
Yeah, but even the first one was 30 years, 29 years ago.
I knew.
Not the last one.
A lot of these.
Rush-
I know, but
Rush Hour.
talking about brand new buddy.
But yeah,
comedy.
those were all early.
2020.
Like Sonic
buddy
the
movie?
Hedgehog is
That's
basically.
not
I've
a
seen that a
buddy.
lot because my kids watch it. But Sonic and James Marsden running around.
I get it.
That's
Those
like a
are buddies.
buddy
Yeah.
comedy movie. But I can't off the top of my head. I can't
No,
think of
I
shit
can't
else.
think of any either.
Heat with Sandra
Wait,
Bullock and
Daddy's Home? Would that
Melissa
be one?
McCarthy.
The Heat.
the
Daddy's
girl,
Home?
the
Yeah, Daddy's
Lady
Home.
Power buddy movies are
Yeah.
more of a thing now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. What's the.
Bridesmaids.
So it was a. That's kind of like
Yeah,
outside
Pineapple
of that.
Express would be one.
Yeah, there we go.
Pineapple
And
Express.
yeah.
The interview.
But even when was Pineapple Express? Was that 15 years ago now? Are we
Oh,
that
yeah,
fucking
probably.
Way to make us feel old.
old? I know.
Terrifier. They were buddies.
Hilarious
We're buddies.
movie. But yeah, they just don't make them like this anymore. I know it makes me sound like an old fuck, but
Strangers.
they don't.
Strangers.
They were buddies.
They're buddy adjacent. More like a gang.
No, I'm talking about the two that got.
Or the three that were the
true.
strangers.
You guys want another fun fact?
Sure.
No.
Hit me.
Bill Paxton, Matthew Modine,
Oh.
and Bruce Campbell were offered the role
All
of
three
Val.
of those.
What?
A Val,
What?
though.
Yeah,
I'm okay
Kevin
with-
Bacon's role.
I'm okay with Kevin Bacon doing it.
I'm fine with that.
I am too. But
Yeah,
Bruce
I am
Campbell in
too.
this.
Bruce
though.
Campbell's.
It wouldn't have been the
Yeah,
same
it would've been
movie.
too-
Yeah, but different.
I would prefer Bruce
But
Campbell
like,
as like
Matthew
the head sheriff.
Modine could have done it. Too.
Yeah.
Like, I think all. What's the first name you said?
Bill Paxton.
Oh, you can't go wrong with Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
R.I.P. again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not really the lover boy type.
Not at that. Yeah, maybe after Big Love, he could have been like more, but not like back then. He was like the asshole brother, and he
Right.
was, in Aliens. And,
All right, you guys want to go ahead? What you
Now a
got?
couple other quotes that I like. I like when Val says, "We plan ahead so that we don't do anything right now."
Right.
Earl taught me that.
Yeah,
like
yep. It's Monday, and I'm already thinking about Wednesday.
but you know what happened because of that? Walter died because they didn't fix the Pepsi
True.
machine.
Right.
When they're
Thanks,
riding
Val or Edgar.
when they're riding the horses, and Earl's like, "I got a plan.
Earl?
We're gonna ride like hell."
Good plan.
I like the running gag where he's like, "Son of a bitch, pardon my French."
Right.
I like
Shit. And he just says shit like right
I
after
don't
that.
think Atticus had heard the
I've
term.
never
Pardon my
heard
French.
that until this movie, and it's a cool phrase.
Pardon
is.
my French.
Yep.
Doesn't make sense, but
He's
like,
bringing
I
it
like
back.
when Norm Macdonald's playing Burt Reynolds on Celebrity Jeopardy on SNL.
he's playing
like,
Turd Ferguson.
Yeah, and he's like, whatever the category was about, something French. He's like, "I can speak French. You're an asshole. Pardon my French." So good.
All right.
Yeah.
While we got you here, gore score? What would you give a gore score on this?
Probably like a 1.
That's what I
or
said.
something like that. Not
He's
like
a hardened criminal. Nothing gets that guy.
Right.
I mean, Pieces is like a 9,
Oh, Peace was not.
Oh, okay.
but like they didn't like it had some guts, but I would put it more on a scale like The Thing almost.
I would too. Like where it's more like alien guts.
Yeah.
So it
I
takes
don't
me.
know.
It doesn't make me squeamish.
It just like wasn't.
Except when the aliens gooed on
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah. Is the killer a Hall of Famer?
The Graboids?
Yes.
No.
I would say yes. I'm pro.
I mean,
Hall
he
of
got
Fame.
a six film franchise, got a TV show.
Yep.
I don't mind the race as a contender.
I don't mind it being contender. I'm
I don't know if it's gonna
undecided
make it.
on whether or not just to put them right in.
The species as a contender
it?
for a creature.
Well,
Okay.
because like when like someone says sandworms, I think of.
Beetlejuice.
I mean that is another one, but I think of like
Dune.
the
I think of
sandworms
Dune.
from Dune.
Yeah.
So.
But these aren't sandworms, right? They're graboids.
They're
Graboids.
Same thing. They're better. They're better than Dune.
All right. What about the
Practical
heroes
effects.
or the
All the way.
buddy heroes? Hall of Fame heroes.
I
mean,
don't
the
know.
pack is thin for heroes.
The pack is
It
thin
is.
as of right now. So I mean, if we want to put a pin in like, hey, maybe we pull from this list,
Yeah.
make a short list kind of thing. It's up to you. What do you think? Is he in? Are they in?
I'm on the fence. I'm kind of more thinking that Bert, because he was in all the other
Bert would-
movies.
Bert, if we ever have a side,
Bert Gummer,
if we have a side,
but he stars it out in the other movie, not
Yeah.
number 2, but all the other ones.
If we have a who do you
Straight
want
to
on your
video.
team, Bert's going to be on my team.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably wouldn't have
you
much
need
to
the
talk to.
you need the Gummers to survive this.
Right.
Oh
right.
yeah, for sure.
You do need that.
Those are the
What about Rhonda?
Bert?
Is Rhonda in there
ones
anywhere?
with all the
Rhonda,
guns.
no.
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 Okay.
Who's Rhonda?
Rhonda, scientist Rhonda,
The scientist,
Chinese Rhonda,
red
See, you
suit.
forgot her already.
Props. What we
Oh,
got?
that elephant gun.
Oh,
the
yeah,
elephant
I
gun,
do
Pipe
love
bomb.
it, but I don't know if
Graboid.
the homemade dynamite sticks.
Yeah,
it's
the
the graboid.
bombs.
How about
Pipe bombs? That's
Yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the piece of the graboid that they rip off with
Yeah,
the truck?
for sure.
I mean,
that part
yeah,
and
that's a good prop.
that big one, they really did build one. It was out of foam. They dug it, put it in
Acid.
there, buried it up, and then dug it back out again to make it look all dirty.
They should have had it empty its bowels.
I like
as it's
the.
falling.
I'd like to hang on the wall the license plate off of the Jimmy. It says Uzi for you.
You're right.
Yeah. No, it's
The Gummers license.
The little
plate. I'd
sign
like to hang on
that
the
they
wall.
grab when they're heading out of perfection that has their first initial and their last names.
Yeah.
I'd like to have that sign.
But I mean, with the cork board with all the guns, would that be too much? That'd be too much for one.
Yeah,
shop, right?
that's every John Wick movie,
that would have to
every
be on our
Terminator.
That would have to be in our live experience.
yeah. So
What is with Burt Gummer's Atlanta Hawks hat?
It's corduroy. The corduroy Atlanta.
So I
Hawks.
mean,
have
are
no
they getting a
idea.
lot of Atlanta Hawks games out in Perfection, Nevada? Is he
I
catching
kind of
a lot
feel
of-
that had to be
Maybe
where they
he's
came from.
Yeah, maybe they're
right?
from Georgia.
Maybe they're from there originally.
Yeah.
I can't be thinking he's like watching. I don't know what you're getting out there at that time. Like you picking up jazz games,
I'm guessing.
and like the Hawks come out there once a year.
I'm
Bert's got a
guessing.
satellite dish. He had like 3 or 4 of them. He had a microwave dish. He had
Yeah, maybe you
some
are
sat
catching
I
it.
think
dishes
Bert's
up there.
the type that saved up all his Marlboro points for that hat, and he just sent it in. That's what they had.
Yeah, I couldn't see if like the directors from Georgia and then threw this in for that reason or something
Here,
like that.
you wear
but,
this hat. Yeah.
But yeah, like sometimes there's just little things like that. Like Edward Norton is from Maryland, and in the movie The Score, he wears an Orioles hat, which even though it tastes nothing to do with Baltimore, but yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, little things like that. But I couldn't find anything
We'll
like
have to
that. I'm
figure it
like,
out.
that's just a weird
Why don't you call him?
thing.
Weird
Like,
touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve.
Although those satellite dishes back in the day, a friend of my dad's had one of those big ass ones that's like 30 feet tall in your yard before they had direct TV. And I remember like the TV guide he used to have, you could catch shit in like from Maryland, he could catch shit in like Denver on those things.
So there you figured it out.
Yeah, maybe he is
I
watching
mean,
some.
Dominique was pretty big at this point,
right.
right?
I didn't
So-
see a TV in the rec room, but
But Dominique Wilkins was top 4. You know, he was the highlight machine. What's his name?
yeah, the human highlight machine. All right, final thoughts. What you guys think? Anything we didn't touch on?
My final thoughts was this will always have a special place in my heart. Like I said, I watched it as a kid several times, rewatching it again, loved it again. You know,
Yeah.
All right.
When I see PG-13 and you know, I didn't have a choice at this point, but when I see horror movies come out, I see PG-13, I'm usually like, I'll pass. But
Me-
like
same.
even for a
Yeah.
gorehead like me, like this was a little gross at times. Like there's some slime, some guts. You know, it's fun.
some goo on the windows.
And I mean, the movie's got a lot of heart. I think like all the characters are likable. There's nobody that you're like, God, fuck that guy, or
Well, Melvin.
but
And
He's a
Melvin the
kid. He needs a
I like
pass.
the kid.
you know, I
You
mean,
liked him?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
but yeah, you don't want Melvin to get got. You know, it's like
Yeah.
Right.
So
Edgar and Val were great.
It's a great movie. That everyone's super likable in this. The
Earl.
pacing of the movie
Edgar,
was great.
Earl, whatever.
Like the no wasted time, no wasted scenes. They're just bang to the next one. So the next one. Great use of not showing us the monster too soon. Again, like Jaws, to give us the monster POV quite a bit in the beginning, which again, just like Jaws, it's good stuff. If you're gonna steal from someone's playbook, steal from Steven Spielberg's playbook.
I'd never seen a shot where headlights go up into the night sky like that. I don't think.
Yep, with a monster roar in the end of it.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a fun movie, and I think if you're an intro to horror, it's good to have some comedy in it.
Maybe if you're showing it
not
to, like,
too much blood
Teddy.
and guts. But
Could Teddy handle it?
Maybe. We watched Poltergeist, right?
Yeah. You show him Poltergeist, so I think he could handle it.
Yeah.
But I think when he sees the monsters, he'd be like a little freaked out. But yeah.
And you just say that's why we don't go to the desert.
Yeah. And then he'll be running around the house saying "mother humper," which would be fine.
Fuck you.
Maybe an improvement, right?
Maybe
Who
an
knows?
improvement. Yeah.
All right.
I like this one. This is a great rewatch. Thanks for picking it. Charlie. Enjoyed it.
You're welcome for my service. This is a great movie. I think we did a good job. Probably a little bit long on this episode, but who's going to be our next host?
It's me,
Justin.
Me next.
Justin, it's all over to you now.
And I am ready. So this one is it's not a favorite of mine because it's a little inconsistent, but I'm going to pick the anthology movie, VHS from 2012.
Love it.
So it's
another one I get to watch with Teddy.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Atticus is excited about this.
So a lot of found footage, a lot of different directors playing in the same pool, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to review. And it's going to be tricky because there's going to be 5 different stories to tell, but I'm gonna make it interesting for everybody.
I've heard
Looking forward to
recommended
that
this
one.
movie, so by a couple of my friends. So this better be good. Better live up the
gonna be
hype.
good. And
My
there's
daughter
like
Olivia
10 of them
loves.
now. Oh.
We've watched all of the VHS.
There's a potential
movies.
that she'll be here for a second.
Maybe
We'll
I'll
see.
talk to her, see if she wants to come in and guest
or at least
host.
give you some notes.
Right.
I don't know if you want to save it for the pod. Did anybody see the VHS Halloween
Not
from
yet.
this year? I don't have
No.
Shudder, so I have not.
Yeah.
But okay, cool.
No, I have not.
Good talk, guys. It was very highly regarded, very
Maybe
well
by-
received from everyone.
Maybe by the
That did
time the
see
pod
it.
comes out, I'll have watched it.
Yeah.
But yeah, VHS guys.
Cool.
It's looks like it is streaming on Hulu, Prime Video, and Pluto TV, as well as Tubi. So lots of different options to watch VHS, guys.
Yeah. Go see it.
Or you can
ahead
get
of
your
the
VHS
podcast.
out, you know.
Yeah, or you can find your VHS.
Right.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you guys again. This was Tremors. Please, best thing if you like our podcast that you can do for us is to rate and review us wherever you listen to your podcast. Help us get found by other people that like this as well. Find us on Instagram at allgutssogorypod. We'll give you updates on when our new episodes are coming out, what those episodes are on. We'll put little fun things like polls and memes up and that kind of stuff. And then, check back on Mondays for our newest movie reviews and check on Thursdays for little mini episodes we're doing. We just had a mini episode on our 5 fave shit movies. And then when Tremors comes out, we will have another mini episode coming up this week on our 5 what we think most overrated horror movies.
Not necessarily bad.
Not bad, just ones that have very, very, very high
They
critic
don't deserve
scores.
a 96.
That we just thought were a little too high. So, look out for that after you listen to Tremors. All right. And that comes out on Thursday. And then the following week will be VHS, Justin's pick.
Is this
Sounds
the end?
good? Is that a deal? Do we all have a deal?
It's a deal.
Deal.
Yay.
Well, I know you guys have a deal. I'm asking them. Do we have a deal? Are y'all going to listen?
Yeah.
Well, it's
got a deal?
$47 more than we have right now.
All right, guys. Charlie, thank you for picking Tremors. Atticus, Justin, thank you guys. I'm Mike for All Guts So Gory. Thank you for listening. Andy, take us home.
This is the end, friend.